Hello, 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 gentlemen. Welcome to Workouts for Older Men. I am 𝗕𝗂𝗋. So glad you're joining me here today. Hey, I get asked this question a lot. Men ask me, what are the foods that you eat? What are some special foods, the foods I should prioritize to help me build muscle faster? What food should I eat? What foods should I prioritize so I could lose more body fat? All right. Look, it doesn't really work that way when you're trying to build muscle and lose body fat. The first thing in general is you want to wake up with intent. How many calories do you need to reach your goals? It's that overall calorie total. And then the macronutrients, protein, carbs, and fat. We hear a lot about for muscle building protein, how we prioritize that. But we have a certain ratio for your calories, right? You want to make sure you eat enough food, still be in the deficit if you're trying to lose weight, but you want to eat as much food as you can while you're gradually losing body fat. Remember, you can be in a calorie deficit. For many men, eating 2,800 calories. You can be in a calorie deficit eating 800 calories, right? They're both calorie deficits, so don't just focus on calorie deficit, right? You want to eat as much food as you can. It's going to take you on a totally different journey, and you can build muscle and lose body fat if you eat 2,800 calories versus 800 calories, right? It's going to be a different journey. You got to know what you're doing, right? So you wake up with that intent. The ratio of protein, carbs, and fat, even if we're going to prioritize protein, isn't as complicated as we make it. So we want to wake up in the morning that we're going to hit those calories, or we're going to have a certain percentage of those calories, protein, carbs, and fat. And if you need some help, I can help you figure that out, right? But we're all on our individual journey, okay? How many meals you eat isn't as important as some men might tell you. You can do that in 3 meals, 4 meals. You don't necessarily eat it on the clock, timing these meals around this and that, some strategic times. Just get your calories in. Just have them in that percentage of protein, carbs, and fat, right? That you know is right for you. And again, you can do this trial and error. You can come to me. I can help you out and figure that out, right? That's what's most important, all right? Not the food you eat. There are millions of combinations of foods. Some are healthy for you. Being healthy for you is one thing, but building muscle and losing body fat, not necessarily the same thing, right? So a lot of men, well, what do you eat for breakfast? What is a special breakfast food, right? Let me tell you something. Your body does not know the difference between a breakfast food, a lunch food, a brunch food, a snack food, or a dinner food. It's all food. It's calories, protein, carbs, and fat that lead to a total. All right. Now, there's a lot of ways to go about that. I like simplicity. I don't need all this variety when I'm eating. So I'll eat the same breakfast all the time. But again, it's not because they're magical foods, right? So I don't want you to think that, right? But I'll just have 6 scrambled eggs, 2 servings of oatmeal, and an avocado for breakfast every single morning, 7 days a week. All right, that's I don't need that variety. That's what I eat. But I just want to tell you, it's not that they're special foods. They just meet those requirements that I talk about. And so that's 960 calories, about 50 grams of protein, 69 grams of carbohydrates, 56 grams of fat. Don't be afraid of fat. You need fat, especially when you get older. Right? So it's not that those foods are special. It's one part of my day that I wake up with to hit that total. So remember that. That's what's important. Not the special foods. All right? So again, no breakfast food, no lunch food, no dinner food, no brunch food, no midnight snack food. That's not how this works, right, when you're doing it. Right? So know the bigger picture. You can come up with your own combinations with that in mind. All right, so thank you so much for being here. Hey, and my little message for the day, reach out to me, talkwithskip.com, fill out the questionnaire, text me a picture if you want some personal attention. I'll look that over. You've prepared, you've shown your interest, you've told me your story, I have a picture, whatever you feel comfortable with. It's fine. A lot of men, they're scrolling through, watching my videos during the day, and they set aside some time at work. Not when they're driving, not when they're trying to do their day. They set aside at work, at their desk. That's good time for me, too, to do it, so I know you're receiving the information, not distracted, right? If I'm going to do this for you, you got to be locked in, focused. I want to make sure we use our time valuable. So go to talkwithskip.com. Also, I have a link in the bio. I have a brand new audiobook I'm very proud of. Spoken My Way, Fitness My Way. Straight talk, proven strategies, and real world lessons for older men with busy, productive lives. It's an hour of power. 35 chapters. I'll break down every which way why you need to prioritize fitness now that you're older. If you need some reminders to stay motivated, and then simple and effective ways to approach this training and eating, right, without excess. It just keeps you locked in and focused. My gift to you, go to skiplacour.com/audiobook. Click that link. All right, that's my gift to you. All right, so reach out to me at talkwithskip.com. Fill out that questionnaire. Get my free audiobook at skiplacour.com/audiobook. All right, let's take on the day with a sense of urgency. Now that you know there aren't special foods to build muscle and lose body fat, they'll all work. Find out which ones are right for you with those guidelines, those organizing principles that I explained. All right, so take on the day with a sense of urgency. We have to when we're a little bit older. We've got more time behind us than we do in front of us. Have a great day.